Hello Cancer, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your October Tarot forecast. Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. And you know the drill, you know how the readings goes. This is we're gonna take a look at your situation, your love relationship, whatever you have on your mind. We'll take a look at your career and workspace, and finally we'll get you some guidance from the universe on how to best utilize the energies of the months to benefit from them the most. I do have my Hermit Tarot cards here, so we will pull some messages from the person to yourself at the end. And as always, I'm starting with an Oracle deck to see what the vibe of the month is gonna be, what to focus on, what to keep in mind. So let's see, Cancer, what we have for you. Remember that this is general reading, so take only what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. And if you like what I'm doing, do not forget that, well, first of all, do not forget to like the video, of course. And I'm also doing personal readings and life coaching sessions, so do not hesitate to reach out. I'm actually adding options to order my services on the website, mindfulbamboo.com, so you can also check that out. And yeah, feel free to order some. Vast vistas. Wow, expand your horizons. Nice. So you are being asked to pursue something. I'm getting that you know what it is immediately, which area it is. It might not be something that is logical to do, but this is something that your soul is asking for. This is something you'll get excited about when you think about it, and you are asked to go deeper in it. You may not know the full story yet of how beneficial it will be, why it's important, but at this time you're asked to trust and to follow that path, to expand your horizons on the topic. For a few of you, it might be a completely new topic. I don't know, maybe you were never interested in astrology and you don't know anything about it. But now you're being guided, you're getting these little nudges here and there that are prompting you to take a look at your chart, to see what it entails, you know, what your astrological placements mean, right? And that means this is the universe talking to you, that there is something important there. There is a message there that will open up some doors, that will be the answer to some challenge you've been having. So, you know, it can be like that even, and it will still mean that you're expanding your horizons, but by opening up to that new knowledge. Ooh. Excuse me. Yes, this is a confirmation. Yeah, very strong confirmation that that's the truth. If you needed a sign, that's your sign, Cancer. Let's see what we have with the tarot cards. Wow, for the love situation, we have the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. You can be dealing with a Gemini. Then we have Queen of Swords and the High Priestess. This is your energy. This is Cancer. For the workspace and career, we have the Empress. This is Taurus or Libra. The Star. Look how many major arcanas you have. Oh my god, this is Aquarius energy. Amazing times, Cancer. The Chariot. I swear to god, I shuffled the deck. Wow, that's like, this is the Cancer, this is your energy, Cancer energy again. Oh my god. 4 Wands. The marriage card or the contract card. Wow. 10 of Swords. Okay, this kind of balances itself out a little bit. And 3 of Wands. Okay, setting intentions for the future. I'm getting that this is connected with the Vast Vistas energy, with expanding your horizons and then going for something different, right? Because maybe you'd never had that kind of a dream or a plan, but suddenly you are making those plans. And it's important, before I forget this message, it's important to let yourself dream that way. Imagine it as something feasible, something possible. because maybe at the first sound of it, when you hear it in your head, it's not going to sound very realistic. But it's important to let yourself go there and, you know, take a note of it, or do something, maybe like record a voice message or something. Do something that you do not forget about it, so you can come back to it, because you will need to. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor energy. Yeah, so Cancer, this is you taking charge of your life in the month of October. And you're basically saying, I'm going to be creating my own destiny. I got it. And yes, it may not be as simple as that in reality, but you're willing to partake whatever challenges on the way, or with whoever's help you need. You're willing to go there and to reach for those stars. Just beautiful. And you know that whatever comes your way is going to expand your horizons and bring you closer to the dream. Love it. Okay, so let's see what we have for the love situation. So I'm getting a lot of very deep connection to your central side, a lot of feelings coming up. And yeah, a lot of, like, at times it may kind of overwhelm you, and you may feel that, oh my god, I love this person so much. Is it even possible to love somebody this much? Or am I getting myself in trouble by diving into it, you know, so quickly and so deeply? Maybe, who knows? And you're actually asked to kind of step outside of it, or at least be careful with saying something or taking action on those feelings. Because it might be that it's part of your evolvement and evolution, that you're supposed to go through those experiences, that they're going to be part of that message that you will need to bring over to, for yourself, for your life, and for your community, for whoever is in your vicinity. So you're asked to step into the Queen of Swords energy, where you're being very pragmatic with what you say, with how you communicate those feelings and emotions. If the emotions that are going to be coming up are going to be negative, the same, right? It's about not taking things too personally, and not just, you know, screaming out whatever comes to your mind, right? It's more about sleeping on it, kind of letting it linger for a while, and going deep into yourself to kind of see what kind of patterns, what kind of love situation, like what is this love situation really about, right? So try not to make it about yourself or the other person. Like, step outside. That's why it's important to step outside of the emotional side. Emotions are great because they're those signals, there's those light bulbs that are showing us that something's going on here. Yeah, it's like the touch of our soul that is kind of like going through certain channels of communication. That's how it comes out. But then it's still up to you to interpret that. And it's important to interpret it. You know, it's like when the kid is acting out, the parent is like, ideally is not just reacting to it. They understand what lies behind that. What does it really mean? And they're not going into the same juvenile behavior the kid may have, or they're not responding to the temper tantrum or whatever it is, right? They're being more mature, sensible, and wise about it, about taking action or about saying something to the kid at that moment. It's like that. So you're supposed to step outside of your emotional self, quite possibly your child self, because it might be your inner child talking in that moment, and seeing it from a more sensible and wise perspective, like a loving and responsible parents would, and see what happens then. What would you advise yourself that way if you were playing the part of that responsible and loving parent? You know, I don't see anything negative here. It's just that you will be, your kind of emotional body will be challenged, your astral body will be challenged in the months of October in terms of deep feelings and emotions that are going to be coming up to the surface and how you deal with them. And By staying in your Queen of Swords energy, you will be able to heal any negative patterns and to truly appreciate the positive ones. For the workspace, we have the Empress, the Star, and the Chariot. Beautiful energies. And I'm getting like, yeah, so we got 5 major arcanas out of, well, actually 6 if you count down underneath cards, 6 out of 10. This is huge, Cancer. You're being divinely guided during this month. Like, in general, you're being asked to kind of go within and to keep or to create the channel with the higher power, whatever it is for you, whatever you believe. Re-establish the channel, clear it up a bit so that you get those messages, so you can hear the message. It's gonna be hard and easy at the same time. It's hard because you should put your ego aside, and feelings and emotions will fall into that category. But it's gonna be easy because you will get that information. It's not like you need to reinvent the wheel. There's already the divine plan that's been played out here. And rather than trying to, get yourself anxious and overwhelmed about it, and like, I have no idea what to do here. No, just listen and you will hear the message. Ask for a sign or ask your higher power for help if you're not getting explicit messages, because they are working on something here for you. So yeah, I'm seeing very positive movement forward with your career space. Maybe that Vast Vistas is actually about career space. For a lot of you, it will be. If this is pursuing something that deeply corresponds to what you believe in and what you've always wanted to do, or you now realize how important it is. It's like, I don't know, maybe volunteering at a soup kitchen. You never thought it was a big deal or how much of a difference it made. Or you never thought about it for yourself. And now suddenly you feel like, yeah, this is so amazing. Maybe you hear a story from some volunteer who does do it. Or you see a clip on TV from the news. Or some other way, you just realize that this is something very important that you'd like to do. And then you would like to volunteer more and to make an impact in that way. For example, this is just an example, but you know what I mean, right? Like there is this realization of something that is really powerful and can create a lot of opportunities for you and for other people. So there is a moment of faith here. You need to trust the divine plan and to kind of follow the signs, follow the breadcrumbs that you're being given. But do not follow breadcrumbs from other people. That's the important part. Whatever this new big direction is, it's between you and God, basically. Not your family, not your friends, not your boss, nobody else. It's for you to understand, to interpret, and to go for it. There's something beautiful in the works here. I love it. The advice is, yes, this is about going into the new direction for sure. It's also about building new foundation on something solid and something beautiful, on something loving, rather than on pain and fear, right? Because when we're being fearful, we start adding complexity to the situation and we start overthinking it, right? This is about moving away from overthinking and building a strong foundation. But it also doesn't mean that you need to rush yourself with it, whether it's deeper commitment in your love situation or it's somebody asking you to sign a contract for this new big thing that you're starting off. Again, follow your intuition here. And it doesn't mean that you need to make an instant decision. If you don't feel comfortable making it in the moment, take time for yourself. Give yourself that time. It's super important that at this moment, during this phase, you are really feeling it. You're really, again, step aside and, feel through it and approach it as a responsible and loving parent. It's supposed to be solid, because that's how that beautiful future is going to be built. So it doesn't end the cycle into the same Ten of Swords, where it was like, oh yeah, that's another lesson for me to learn, right? You're being given a lot of pointers here to start something new and beautiful. And it's up to you to recognize what it is and to take steps towards it. So I'm getting that this is not one of those cases that if you miss the opportunity and you don't say yes in this conversation, then it's never going to happen for you. No, it's almost the other way around. It's definitely in the cards, it's definitely happening. So if you feel pressured in a situation, maybe it's best not to make that decision or not to sign that paper. Let's see what we have as a message from your person to you, Cancer. And with this Chariot kind of rushing towards the Star card, I'm also getting that these beautiful aims, goals, and partners, they're gonna find you. You don't even have to try too hard. They're gonna come to you. That's beautiful. Okay, so from your person we have, I'm in so much pain. Gossip only hurts more, and I think we should see other people. So there is some sort of miscommunications. It might very well be a result of the Mercury retrograde that we had, you know, for the most of like majority of September, and it's still ending in October. Like I think it ends on October 4, which means there's still going to be a shadow period for about the week after, where it's easy to get into these kind of energies. There was some sort of miscommunication where either you already know it and you would know what I'm talking about, and you guys are talking or at least thinking about calling it quits and breaking it off, or it's something that you don't necessarily know about, but it's something that's happening with your person and someone else. I'm not saying they're cheating, nothing like that. It's just that it's something painful in their life, that either they found out something important from gossip, not from the person, or there's been gossip about them that is untrue. And that's why they're in pain right now. So there is some sort of muddy energy here. And the main message that I'm getting from this is that they are in pain, and there is something heavy on their heart right now. And that's just something that sets the scene for how they may be treating you or behaving. Especially important when those strong feelings and emotions that I mentioned at the beginning, if there are some negative emotions coming up, or you may be thinking, oh, suddenly like you're like, okay, they don't love me anymore because we used to do XYZ and now we don't do it. And now he spends or she spends evenings at work dealing with something. I don't see them anymore. You know, like it can be those kind of things that may actually sound reasonable, but just so you know when you are going through it, that there is more here. And it's up to you, of course, to see if you can, again, be in your Queen of Swords energy and ask for that honest conversation and open up about it, or get them to open up. But regardless of that, this is what's setting the scene for their communication, for how they are, for their energy in this month, just so you know. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, Cancer. I love you guys, and if this message didn't resonate for any reason, do not hesitate to check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And for now, I'm saying goodbye. Talk to you later.